to fight in. Warriors! The world is a troubled place. We must find time to save the human race. Love, unity, and empathy has no place among the human race. In this transition, when we live in love and harmony and show respect with unity, only love can set us free to fight injustice wherever it be. Just said the hungry must be fed, but man can't live by only bread. We have the future in our hands. Let's take the track to the promised land. Jamaica, Ethiopia, America, calling, Nyankopong, calling, Nyankopong, calling, Nyankopong, calling, from the middle of the graveyard to the center of the sea, our ancestors, are you and me, we are the great ones. From the beginning of time, we have the heart, the soul, the body, and the mind. Calling, Nyankopong, calling, Nyankopong, calling, Nyankopong, calling. United we stand, divided we fall. All for one and one for all. Some never know themselves until them back against the wall. Jamaica, Haiti, Nyankopong a call, calling, Nyankopong, calling, Nyankopong, calling, Nyankopong, calling, Nyankopong. Praises to the great ones, praises of our nation. Yeah. Oh yes, I say, united we stand, divided we fall. All for one and one for all. Yeah. Grand rising to each and every one. Thank you so much. Is everybody hearing me? Am I good and clear? No
Grand
technology
Rising.
stays from rising. Yeah. Another lesson tonight. I'm hoping that Professor Strength will join us. You know, I'm multitask already. I know first night I full joy that interaction with I Chief Gary, and I must say big up to our friend in Michigan. Lord, I say I call you back today, but you know the day runs so quick, and I still don't finish half of my assignment. But hey, it is what it is. Crystal, are you on the JOB or are you at a meeting? You're at a meeting? Just shake your head. All right. Multitasking. That's beautiful. All right. Brother Akeem, Brother Danny, and Brother James and Brother Nigel. I know that Brother Errol is going to join us shortly. And our YouTube sisters and brothers that are out there. I just want to say, you know what I mean, welcome again. In the meantime, between time, until we hear from Professor, I want to go over to the what do you call it? The how to copyright your name. I know that Crystal done that already, but I don't think Brother James and Brother Danny, did you complete it? No. Let me see if I find it in the classroom tonight, and we can take a few notes into that. I want to say no respect to Lorna. She is inside our groups. I see something very progressive. We're also going to go to the after Davis also. If Professor does not show his face, I see in the classroom a lot of information popping up. How do you prove that the wrong citizen is a corporate entity? That is Brother Earl. He is giving us a lot of insight. Sister Angela also is also giving us some insight as far as that go. And I see where yes, the private plate has been delivered to Brother William. hmm I like that very, very much. I don't know who else is supposed to get their plates, but I think Nana Chanel, she is working quite hard to let us have these documents. All right. The thing I'm looking for is the copyright. And I think it was copyright.com. It was available. Trying to find it. Just a minute. If anybody has it at their disposal, feel free to um
I actually finished mine already. I would have to go in the file and tell
yeah,
you guys what it is.
yeah, I'm actually inside of the classroom with some of the things. I see our brothers and sisters are also going into the quantum um thing. Brother James Brown, did you? I see you post it in the classroom, so I should look at it that you have run it over. Sister
Oh yeah,
Abina is coming.
I was looking at that.
What was that? I never hear you.
No, man, I was looking at it because you said to check it out, so I was checking it out, and it's very interesting.
Yes, yes, how we speak within the quantum language. Every day we learn more and more. Brother Earl, thank you for coming in. I all right. Now that
Grand
we
Rising, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising, there's a lot of things within the classroom that we can get it. I'm trying to find the copyright, but if not, I spoke with Nana Chanel, and she will be coming in tomorrow, so we can have back that dialogue. The ambassador wants to start paying US for receiving Apple. All right, yeah, get it. I wanted to do copyright of our thing, but it's very, very important. You know, let me get it up so we can hold on.
Copyright that thing. I never seen.
It's the one thing about the worldwide web. We have everything at our fingertips. So I will. Let me see if this is what I was getting at today, because we do have everything at our fingertips when it comes on. So copywriting our name is very important because you copyright your name, you can actually own it, and that is what we're aiming for, to actually own our name. Once you own your name, then you will have rights to your name. You don't have any rights to your name right now because it was hijacked by the corporation. All right. So let me see if I can get this going. It's about copywriting our name.
How do I copyright a brand name? I'm Andre Minkum, the founder of Trademark Factory, and here's my answer to this question. Well, you kind of don't. You cannot copyright a brand name. Copyright is also part of intellectual property, a type of intellectual property that's very different from trademarks. Copyright protects content, protects books, music, photographs, videos, software, but it does not protect names. Copyright is not designed to protect short phrases, is not designed to protect individual words, is not designed to protect brands, is not designed to protect brand names. The only type of intellectual property that really protects brands is trademarks. And that's what you have to use if you want to protect your brand name. So there's no reason in the world you would be copyrighting your brand name, but good for you for thinking in terms of, yes, I need to do something about my brand name so that I own it. So if you do want to do something for your brand that would really allow you to secure it as yours, you would do that through a trademark. I hope this answers your question. And
So the thing that he's actually getting at is your name has become a trademark. I'm trying to find something that can actually. I can't recall the name of the website. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I just find it.
Sometimes, the only thing more difficult than running a business is finding the right.
Bad Wolf, the man in black. All right. So, how do you file a trademark? How do you get a trademark registration? What is a trademark registration? Should I do it? Do I need it? Well, what that is you. Well, you've heard of you know what trademarks. You've watched movies that say this image is trademarked. You know, blah blah blah. Well, you can do the same thing with your name. Okay, and that's what this really is about. So it's based off of your straw man and you claiming it. This is one way you can claim it. Um, there's other ways you can open a business underneath a name where you're basically registering that you own that name. So it's the same thing. This is just a different way. I think it costs, at least here in Wisconsin, it's like 40 or $50 for the file. But how do you do it? What is it? It's all really self-explanatory. You go to your state, whichever one you live in. You go to whatever their head of state's website is. Like for ours, it's wdfi.org, and there'll be a section over there that'll say file your register your trademark or copyright your trademark or something like that. Register it or registration for that. You can do it through a UCC1 on there as well. But the more popular way to do it, the better way to do it would be just to go straight to doing um, a trademark registration. Okay, because then you're saying you own it. You're saying you have all the rights to it. It's exclusive. So when you go through it, it'll ask you a question like, "How long have you been using it?" For me, when I did mine, I said since I was born. 76. So I said 1976. My birth month and all that good stuff. The day. This is when I was starting using it. If you want to even put a little bit before, then you can. But in general, or you can just say 2 years ago, 5 years, whatever. I mean, whenever you want to claim it, really. But for me, because then if I say it on the day of or the day before I was born, it was being used for me. Then that means that you have really exclusive rights to that. Okay, so it's all self-explanatory. You go through it. You're going to put your name in there, upper and lowercase, and then they're going to say, well, what name have you been using? So here's the key thing. Um, you want to put every variation of your name. Okay, so hear me out. So you're going to put your upper and lower case name first, middle, last. You're going to put your straw man name, especially, and really you want to start off with that. They'll ask you what's your primary trade name. Okay, put your all caps name first, middle, last. That's how you gain access to your straw man. Okay, because now you own that all caps name. It's they are the trustees of it, but no one has filed a trademark for that name, most likely in your state. Okay. So you file for that. Then I'll say, have this business or entity used any other name, or are there any other variations associated with this name or to be construed as this name? That's when you're going to want to lay out everything. All right. So your upper and lowercase name, um, your all case name, first full name, middle name, last name, all spelled out. Okay. Then all caps, first name, middle initial, full last name. First initial, middle initial, last initial only. Last initial, middle initial, first initial in all caps. First initial, last initial. Any other names that your nicknames that you've gone by. Last name, full middle name, first name. Because in the military, they usually tend to go all caps and start off with your last name, middle initial, full name. You want every variation, every which way you can mix and match your name, uppercase, lowercase, initials, nicknames, all of them. Just your first initial and last name, middle initial, last name, um, first name, middle name, all of them. You want to put every variation you can possibly think of, and it's more than you think. Especially when you throw in upper and lower case. Once you do all of these things,
Well done, Viv. You got the presents, the balloons, and the Raptor cake.
in the box below it, you now are the owner of those trademarks. So anytime somebody wants to use any of those things, any kind of associations with that, okay, you can charge because they're utilizing your trademark. They're infringing on it. Okay, you can charge a fee. All right. So you might also want to put in there a free variant of your name. Let's say you go J, your first name, then a number and whatever, just so they have something free that they can utilize to contact or message you. You don't have to. I'm just saying you might want to do that because some people I know right now they're going to be like, well, I'm going to do that and I'm going to own that name. And then every time they send me mail, I'm going to send them a cease and desist, which you can do. For me, I don't want to really rock the boat. I'm telling you what's possible, educational purposes only, is that anytime somebody uses that information, that variation, you are the owner of it. You have full rights to charge a fee for it. Now, you can't just send them an instant fee right away. You have to send them a notice of cease and desist. And if you want to be proper, that's why I said you put in an alternate name that is free for them to use, some variant, whatever. Um, excuse me. And you give them notice that you have a 15-day or 7-day notice to cease and desist. Otherwise, this is the fee for utilizing this, for contacting me by utilizing my trademark. And then they have to cease and desist. If they don't and they continue, that's when you can go after them. Send them a bill or take them to court and sue them that way. Like I said, the proper way to do it, if you want to be business correct, would be to have a variant of your name, maybe your last name only with your first initial, and put like 101 behind it. And say this is the official correspondence name that is free to use when conducting business with me or trying to contact or communicate. So if any other places, departments, organizations, whatever else use that name, or you apply for something, you have to let them know that, hey, this is a trademark name, and so they might then also ask you, well, do you have a free name, or are you giving us permission to utilize your name? So those are some of the things you have to keep in mind that you might have to do when you do that. So that's just a little bit of information on how to do a trademark. It's all self-explanatory. It all just says, how much, you can put down there fee for utilizing this specific name, 1,000, 5,000, 500,000, no fee. I just own it, whatever. And fill out the form, pay the fee, and that's it. You filed it. Unless it infringes upon someone else's, you should be okay. Most likely, no one in your state has your exact name, which I know some people do, but has filed a trademark on it. Also, like if you have a family crest or logo, a symbol that you always use, that is yours. Now, you can borrow other people's images as long as you change them, but it has to be more than 25, I think 30 or 35%, so somewhere in there, where it no longer has that percentage. That percentage of it is completely different, and then you can utilize it, and then you can trademark it. If you don't, then you just use theirs, especially in commercial purposes for making money, um, or where money is of consideration, or you're doing like your channel and it's bringing in money on a commercial level, they can kind of go after you for that. So make sure you're not stealing other people's stuff. And if you borrow it and you modify it, make it becomes yours, and that you can trademark. So that's about it, guys. Bad Wolf's gonna get out here. I got way more videos to make. How you like my jellyfish in the background? Um, and I bought them in Atlantis. I got Atlantean money. So once again, offers are down below. Check out those for discounts on Uber, Uber Eats, whatever.
Right? A lot of people may be saying, Russ, why should I copyright my name? You hear why it's important to copyright your name, because when you own your name, then you will have some say when it comes on to people using your name. Even courts using your name, you can actually stand up. It says that if you have a name or title you like to protect, you need a trademark, need a copyright to ensure that others can't use it without your permission. Trademark distinguish the source of the goods of one party from the other. So you have several people name my name Paul, but when I copyright my name Paul with my clan name, it's mine. It's not theirs. Although they may have the said name like me, they have a different ownership of that word. And then, as you hear, we put rate sheet against your trademark. That is how we're gonna get some money, because the trademark distinguishes the source of the goods of one party from the other, one estate from another estate. While copyright protects writing, music, and works of art, trademarks in the US may be registered or unregistered. All right, we're living inside Uncle Sam. It says here, trademark in the US may be registered or unregistered. To protect a trademark, you need to make sure no one else is already using the name by conducting an extensive search that starts using it. To obtain the optional registration, file an application with the United States Patent and Trademark Office or in one or more US states and wait for it to be approved. Now, you hear what he said a while ago. When we're copywriting our name, we have to do it in all different ways. We're going to do it when last name first, then you're going to do, like my name is Paul, middle name, last name. So he's asking us to do it in that sense, in capital, and in also the common form where capital and common letter. Then he's asking you to switch it up. We're putting your last name first, your first name second, and your third name at the last. That means that anytime it may be taken that it's not you, you have proof to show that yes, somebody may call somebody say they not call you, they don't call you Earl Jackson, they call you Jackson Earl. Still your estate. So we want to copyright them and get it going. I'm trying to find it. My phone is charging. I can't text Nana, but I know I have it inside of one of our class here. Crystal, was it inside the chemetic class that we put it? I think it was.
That we did the copyright thing and all that, all versions of the name, yes. If that's what you're talking
And
about.
the I'm trying to get to the website so
I
I
think
can
it's copydepot.com.
copy the book.
I
Thanks.
believe that's it. Fact check.
Trying to
CopyrightDepot.com.
Copyright depot. Yeah.
one word.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. I know that when I went there the last time, it was like giving me a bit of uh trademark official file copyright in 3 steps. All right. If anybody wants to do their copywriting, I think we can do that tonight. If you have your um thing on your laptop, you could go and let us walk through it. Compile application. I'm trying to get it my account. It's where I have an account here. Yep. Okay. Email. Hold on. I really want us to finish this so we can move forward. I'm getting a lot of um concern about that brother. What's his name? Brother Taylor called me today and said, "Hey, can't get in my thing, you know." Sometime when you sign, like I see, he's telling me about my password. My biggest problem is when I signed in the last time, it kicked me out, and I've been trying to get back in from then. Anybody experiencing that sort of anybody is experiencing that? No. Hold on, brothers and sisters. Okay, if it doesn't go through, it does not go through. It's not letting me in. I don't know what's it. There's a number. Was it a number you could call and we could get through to, right?
For the
Yes.
copyright?
There was, yeah. I know the Don's number we were calling, but I thought it was a copyright. Tomorrow when Nana pass through, hopefully we can get um that started out. But it's very important for us to get this copyright move because it I was telling someone today that how I understand it, how I understand it is your trust has your LLC underneath it. Now, your LLC has a trademark that you copyright your name. And then when you do that, you will be protected where if the state is going to come and access your trust, it won't be you, the living man. It will be the LLC that will fall into place so you can have some form of protection. And I think that is why we did the DOT so we could actually be separated, the living man and the straw man. But that is not my cup of tea. So I don't want to mislead you as far as the information goes. Any question?
Yeah, I just try to change page and go on to the copyright depot, but it kicked me out. Well, I've got an
Yeah,
account
that's
there. I did copyright from last time. But if I leave this page now, it's gonna kick me out. So I have to stay on this page.
it's very, very touchy. Very touchy. All right. Anybody following what's happening on the ground when it comes on to the situation with the Middle East? No,
No.
my lord, it's building up. It's building up. Think we may have a showdown before the end of this month between these ignorant brothers and sisters. You know, very, very sad.
What
Them
is
a
it you
fight them
think
out the
that they're
battle.
after?
Well, they are Israel had bombed the Iranian mosque in what do you call it, in Syria, and Syria is the, the embassy was in Syria and it got bombed, and now the Iranians on the night they bomb Israel. Didn't have any great casualty, but Israel is now saying that they're going to hit Iran, and Iran is saying that if they attack them, they are going to hit them harder. And
But
just
do you
frustrating.
notice the areas that they are targeting is as if they're clearing the way to make a channel, another channel again, to the seas, to me.
Yeah, well, the main thing is Gaza has oil, and the Iranian, no, is the so-called Israeli government has made deal with the UK government to sell the oil, and
That
it's
is a
very,
part of it.
yeah, it's very tedious because I think that is where we're seeing where the Palestinian people are being killed, but no one is like standing up. I don't. It's frustrating for me.
It's the
I
same thing they do every cycle. Them come in and destroy what they need to destroy and to thief and take what they need to take and
and
go
then
again.
yeah, and then they put us, the world, brothers and sisters, back into this frame of mind that they are doing something for us when they're not doing anything for us. This is about big money. The little man on the street don't have nothing to gain from this. No matter what they call development, it's not development for progress. It's development for earnings for the oligarchs. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's
And another
frustrating.
and cutting another route channel to the river for trade is all about them and control. Always.
Yes, it's about they having access to the people and wealth. But the funny thing about Israel is that it has all the birth paper for the Palestinian. I don't understand that, you know. Grand Rising, Angela. Grand Rising. She's multitasking. Okay. In the meantime, between time, I want to play this about the citizen and citizen national, personal, person, corporate, and all of the above, because a lot of brothers and sisters are waking up to the fact that when we use these terminology, it gives the corporation some form of claim over the living man. So I ran through this today, and like I want to share some of these things because we've been going about this in class, but a lot of people are telling us that we're on the wrong track. So when I find material that complement what we're doing, I dibble and dabble in it. So this is a little piece of literature that can firm up our journey.
Who thinks they're outside their boundaries? Not only have they overstepped their boundaries of the number of services they should be providing, but today God has been removed and the people have been placed at the bottom of the chain of authority. So did you know that there is now a corporation that is known as the all caps United States Inc. and also the White House Incorporated that is now governing the masses of the United States of America? So when, how, and why did we get to incorporating the United States? So there were different ways of how we became incorporated,
but the most notable one was through the Organic Law Act of 1871. We went from a sovereign we the people to the all caps United States citizen. So is there a difference between a sovereign and a citizen? You bet there is, and I'll show you how.
What do you think the word citizen means? Did you know that just by changing the all cap C to a lowercase c, the meaning changes? The 14th Amendment says all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens. It was ratified July 9th, 1868. However, the 14th Amendment was never properly adopted by the states nor signed by the president. This amendment set the trap. Instead of declaring that all men and women of any color, race, or religion as having unalienable rights, they took all persons and made them subjects with privileges. For more information, you may want to read Ann Vandersteel's Epic Times article included with your invitation to this event.
So what does the Supreme Court say about the 14th Amendment?
In the 1873 U.S. versus Anthony, the term resident and citizen with that lowercase c of the United States is distinguished from a citizen with the uppercase c of one of the several states, in that the former is a special class of citizen created by Congress.
That is, a citizen of the United States with a lowercase c is a creation of the state created by administrative action.
Dealing Steel Corp.
And what we say about anything that you create, people, you own it.
You own it.
You own it. So, what is that? Angela says she's not hearing us. But the thing about it is, when they created the United States Inc. Incorporated, and you now think that you're sending in your birth paper to get a passport from American government, you're getting a passport from the United States Inc. And so you become a property for them. All right. Let me continue.
Corp versus Fox. Therefore, the U.S. citizens residing in one of the states of the Union are classified as property and franchises of the federal government as an individual entity. They classified us as property and a franchise. Sounds a little corporate to me.
Another interesting word is the word person. We've been conditioned to use it, but what does it actually mean? What does the U.S. Supreme Court have to say about it?
In 1941, United States versus Cooper Corporation, the term person does not include the sovereign people, and that statutes not employing the phrase are ordinarily construed to exclude it. In 1979, the Church of Scientology versus U.S. Department of Justice stated, the word person in legal terminology is perceived as a general word which normally includes in its scope a variety of entities other than human beings. Interesting. Statute definitions in the state corporate code, and I want to bring your attention to number 3, which says, the word person includes individuals, children, firms, associations, joint adventures, partnerships, estates, trusts, business trusts, syndicates, fiduciaries, corporations, and all other groups or combinations.
So, a business is a person. It's a person. You may be saying, and this is how they catch us. Because when they write to you and address you with these languages and you respond back to them, they accept it that you understand. And once you understand, a contract has been formed. And when a contract is formed, you are obligated to abide by the rules of the contracts. So it's very important what they're saying as far as we as people, exercising our rights. All right. Any question? Or is it a confirmation? Because now we're confirming that these people have been utilizing their skill. Now, there's another thing that we've been telling you about, and that is The word black. The word black is more than just a word, you know, people. The word black has power with it. I'm gonna show you when the word black is explained in certain sense. They're telling you that that word make you get angry. But I have a tape here I want to play. You know, it's made you have to listen keenly what they are saying because they're trying to explain to us what some of these curses are that we are taking onto ourselves. A lot of people take it for granted when we say certain things and say, don't call yourself black man because you belittle the whole aspect of it. But words are curse. Cursive words and spell words put you under a, a bond. So I can't get it any bigger than this, but this is something pertaining to our language. The emperor been telling us the first time I hear when the emperor was telling me Raskadites Lego the black thing. And I was like, boy, the brother here just love tell people what to do, you know, man, cause him don't know. And then I start finding out that hey, these words they come at a cost. See if I can get this sorted out properly.
Accepted this spirit, black,
I'm gonna play it
and in turn have become possessed by anger, jealousy, greed, hatred, and are essentially dead, both civilly and mentally, as they are ignorant and blind to the truth. Why are you so angry? And then you will say, what do you identify as again? They tell you, I identify as black. And then you say to yourself, now it makes sense. You identify with anger, jealousy, hatred, greed, evilness, wickedness. Oh, now it makes sense. That's why you so angry. You be like, damn, why you hate me for? I just came in here to get a sandwich. You mad as hell. Damn. I just came in here to get something to eat, man. I just came in here to get some food. You mad at me because you got to take my order. Damn. I just came to return something. The zipper fell off the coat, man. All right. I just came to bring the coat back because I had some problems with the zipper. The button fell off. I just come in to return the jacket so I can get another one. Or I can get my money back. Why are you bringing the jacket back for? Why are you bringing the coat back now for? Nah, your receipt say, damn, baby, why you so upset with me for? Don't you work here? Now it makes sense why our people carry around that evil, wicked, hatred, jealous spirit. That's why one of the marks of the beast is the word black that was put on our people by the Roman Catholic Church. They put that magical dark spell on our people. And our people have accepted that spell to this day. But the spell is breaking. The spell is breaking. Because now people starting to be like, man, I don't identify as black. Don't call me black no more. I don't identify as that. It's the spell is starting to break now. Because people finally starting to see like nationality is the order of the day.
It said, did you get what was explained to a while ago? It started a bit early, but I wanted to say he said several key things that I had to go and research as to the Catholic Church branding us as black people. Have you ever heard that before? That the Catholic Church had a big role in branding us as black people? And if
Yeah, and it even make you question or put things together like during COVID with the Black Lives Matter, and they were pushing it, and for people are spelling themselves and a group of people are not even noticing what they're doing and the timing when they do these things.
you're truthful in what you think. Yeah, they are trying their best to label us. those names, it's a curse.
We're not here, you know.
Nope.
Still have your throat chakra.
Anybody hear me now?
Lord, I pray.
Yeah, man, this thing here, I mess up.
Lord,
Yeah, but you're hearing me. But I was just saying that Russia released the black pictures, pictures of us, the gods, and the church. Why would the Roman Catholic Church go ahead and try to brand us as black? And if we weren't called black, what were we called? What were we called?
It's a
I want to
repeat
play it
itself.
again.
Rasta
Huh?
it's a double play. It's a repeat.
All right, hold on. Yeah, hear me now, though. Good. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Hold on, the people.
I think we need to mute our microphone for me to get feedback from him.
All right, me lock off the phone now. I don't know my phone. What is Father God? Yeah, my phone was the one I think was giving back a feedback. Nobody's mic is open, so I don't know why. Hold on, man. Brother James' mic was open. Yeah, you hear me now, right? Yeah, man, it was Brother Mike. Brother James' mic was open. Am I still echoing? Not echo. All right. Wow. So as I was saying, he said a while ago that there was a spirit in the beginning that had a curse on it, and they put our name to it. I want to play it back again keenly. Oh, it's played already.
Identifiers again.
Yep. I'm going to play it back again. One last time. Sorry. Okay.
Came in here to get a sandwich. You mad as hell. Damn. I just came here to get something to eat, man. I just came in here to get some food. You mad at me because you got to take my order. Damn. I just came to return something. The zipper fell off the coat, man. All right. I just came to bring the coat back because I had some problems with the zipper. The button fell off. I just come in to return the jacket so I can get another one. Or I can get my money back. Why are you bringing the jacket back for? Why are you bringing the coat back now for? Nah, your receipt say And baby, why you so upset with me for? Don't you work here? Now it makes sense why our people carry around that evil, wicked, hatred, jealous spirit. That's why one of the marks of the beast is the word black that was put on our people by the Roman Catholic Church. They put that magical dark spell on our people. And our people have accepted that spell to this day. But the spell is breaking. The spell is breaking. Because now people starting to be like, man, I don't identify as black. Don't call me black no more. I don't identify as that. It's the spell is starting to break now. Because people finally starting to see like nationality is the order of the day.
What is you see? We keep emphasizing the spell is going to be broken. Because look, we as he said a while ago, a lot of us are not identifying as black anymore. We're identifying as Moors, maroon, indigenous, natives. And if you don't believe in the word scenario, why do you think that we don't say good morning? We have nothing to mourn. There's no dead around here. So we say grand rising. Words are powerful. Words are powerful. And if we don't use them in the right context, you may harm ourselves. You know, that was something that I was actually getting some of the information to say, well, yo, we need to take our language as far as using our language, you know, better. Okay, somebody was just texting me. All right then. Any input? Any input?
I think words are extremely important. One of the brothers talk about your echo, your throat, and even
Well,
in
go on, me not hear
Genesis.
nothing.
You hearing me?
Uh Nigel, you're not hearing us? Nigel, yeah, hear we? I hear somebody saying I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
That's my background. I was talking.
Okay.
I closed.
Okay, okay,
No, I was
okay.
just saying that is extremely important. If you go back into Genesis and it talk about the word, and by the word he made things manifest. And one of the brothers in the class was talking about your throat chakra, which is your heka. So we need to be careful from thought to word what we see. That's how we manifest our world. One of the tools we use to manifest our world and give power to things.
Words are very, very, very important. Very, very important. So, you know, when you use these words, they will come back in some way to haunt if you don't put it in the right context. Even with, you see, we pulling out the forms and so forth, it was, you have to do it in certain way, because if you don't do it in certain way, you are going to, the corporation is going to misread what you're saying to them. So I wanted to just put that out where we're touching on the important word. We still have brothers and sisters who we give the document and identify as Nyankopong, and them still out there with all them black people there. You hear what the man say? You're actually your spirit is being tampered with when we use certain words. It may look foolish to some people when you hear a Rasta man say, yeah man, me understand where I deal with, man. Me understand. Instead of saying my understand what you're doing to submit yourself. You're submitting yourself when you say I understand. Words are very, very, very powerful. And we have to flip the script. Go ahead,
When
my
you
brother.
say that, when you say that, you actually put yourself back in their jurisdiction.
Right there. Right there. Right there. I was watching something today with a policeman, and the policeman was saying, I have the right to protect all the citizens. and the national didn't catch on that he was labeling him citizen, because these police too, they go to school and learn, and they taught them to use certain words where at the end of the day, yeah, they'd be like, yo, if I ask you if you understand, and even though I'm saying officer, I understand, he still insists, do you understand? Because he has to get you in that jurisdiction. And you keep telling him, no, I do not understand or comprehend what you're. All right, then you have to back off. We as nationals have to get our linguistic skill up to the time. All right, it's very, very important. I see where, hold on. There was, Brother Nigel, I see where you were dealing with the quantum um, part of our teachings. I see something inside here that is very much important. I would love to touch on it. But has anybody gone over the quantum too? Have you done any homework with that, with the psychological part of the quantum?
Not as yet.
No. There's so much things we have to do, brother. So much things. Ah, ah. I have a little part of it, but I am improvising because Professor Strength, he had a good thing lined up for us. I don't know why he's not getting through, but I'm a multitasking, I'm a work, so I can't even pressure him that much. So I will be asking him to take up the slacks when it comes on to our next meeting, and he can do that for us. Let me catch this thing properly before I go. Kinetic. Okay, there it is. Yeah. Kinetic features. Yeah. So Brother Earl, I see you putting something with the affidavits of truth and what that? Revocation of citizenship. I don't know, brother. I want to get your input as far as what was that about. I am
I
going to
ran
play.
across those videos and I found what you were saying is interesting. I've seen her before. She's she's really into it deep. And she even offers classes and training.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd just put that information out there. She was pretty much saying what we've been hearing all along.
What we've been echoing over here.
Yeah.
That's why I play these things, because at the end of the day, we're teaching, and others out there are making it seem like, yo, what you're teaching is not relevant. But I see people, because the emperor came out before a lot of them. Now I seeing people who are saying the same thing what the emperor was saying and we were saying. So I try to use them as a building block where people can say, well, yeah, this is where it's really coming from. Because I believe if we don't claim what is happening right now, they're going to push us to the back and say, see, we were the one who actually was moving in this direction. Because even with our IDs and so, I see a lot of people running to do what we're doing. But because we have a 1738 treaty that we stand on, surrender that we stand on, we are confident that what we're doing is very tangible. Because there's going to be a lot of mockery that come around to make us look bad. But I want to play what this young lady is saying that you had put in the group. Hold on.
In short, the AOR stands for Affidavit of Repudiation. That way you don't have to call it an AOT, AOR, ROC. AOR is better. But it's an affidavit of truth and a repudiation and revocation of your citizenship. Why would we want to revoke our citizenship? When you were born, your parents signed your birth certificate, which is a contract on bond paper, as an informant. That contract was then registered with the incorporated state, and what this did was it unlawfully converted you as a living, breathing human being into a dead commercial entity. They then follow that up by taking a black ink footprint of the sole of your foot to signify and certify your death. Dare I say, take ownership of your soul, because it's a maxim of law. Which one creates, one controls. We, the people, as living human beings, created government. Government unlawfully converted itself into a corporation, and then they unlawfully converted you as a living human being into their citizen. We went from being the creators and controllers of government to government being the creators and controllers of us. And your parents willfully sign a contract giving their consent to do so. That brings us back to the purpose of doing the AOR. What's an
Yep. Affidavit of truth. Yeah. I love that. I love that. That is where we are right now when it comes on to reclaiming our estate. They can't fool us no more. We are on par when it comes on to reclaiming our estate and taking back our rights. It's very important. There's another one from Mr. Jackson. I'm going to play it. You see, these things are very, very much important, and this goes to show that we are doing our homework. Because I can only encourage you, but when you do these things of your own, it gives a better understanding. And as I said, everybody on the outside right now is actually doing what we're doing.
prove that the word citizen is a... What is one way to prove that the word citizen is a corporate entity? This one's easy because they tell you in their own codes and their own definitions. And they tell you in multiple ways. A citizen of the United States means a corporation. What about person? Corporations. Residents? Corporation. And then to kick it all off, what's a United States business? A United States citizen. A corporation. This is one of the many reasons we teach you how to repudiate and revoke your corporate citizenship. Because as an incorporated citizen, you are not recognized as a living human being. You're recognized as a for-profit corporation owned by the government, who is also a for-profit corporation. When you repudiate and revoke your citizenship, you are also claiming your nationality on the land that you were born on or currently live in. The land that you're claiming your nationality to is the unincorporated Republic Nation States, not the incorporated state. By claiming your nationality, your status switches from that of a commercial entity back to what you were organically born as. Now is the time to be the change you want to see. State Nationals rock.
Yeah, I feel proud of what we've been doing for the last couple of months because we are way ahead of a lot of brothers and sisters. State national. These are some of the terminology that we can proudly put because Nyankopong is a state, whether they like it or not. Nyankopong is a state. That is how we claim our jurisdiction. And when we claim our jurisdiction under Nyankopong, all other states have to respect. If you notice, I bring up this Israel and Iran thing. Iran had an embassy inside of Syria. Now, Israel hit a building inside of Syria, but it had an Iranian flag on it. And that's a declaration of war. When we notify the corporation and they violate us, they know what they do, that they're declaring war. Don't look because Iran is registered as Iran and you say, oh, it's a big state. The said right that state have is the said right all of us have here. It's just that Iran have a fat piece of arsenal that they slap you back with. Nyankopong have to go learn to strike lightning and roll thunder and them thing there. Because we have to liberate ourselves in the sense where we can really live. A lot of people believe that peace and liberation is the same thing. No, I can be at peace even though war are going, but you see when you're liberated, you're over everything. You're liberated to govern your destiny. And that's what we're trying to let our brothers and sisters feel proud to stand as sovereign. Be proud to stand up and know so well, yo, even though we have brothers and sisters out there who are oppressing us for our rights, we will have to stand up. Last week, you were asking about some books. I don't know, but Brother William has put in the classroom the destruction of the Black civilization by Chancellor Williams. I don't know if anybody went into the classroom and kind of like getting that. The Golden Apple is another book that is put inside of the group. And I think he has the ISIS paper also. I think that's a good book. That's a damn good book. The ISIS paper, Dr. Francis Cress will sing. The African presence in ancient America. They came before Christopher Columbus. That is another great book that we can look onto. We have African history, just running through the book of Enoch. The Catholic Church has banned that book for how many years?
That is a good book.
Yes, yes, they have banned that book for years. Dying While Black. That's another book again. We're gonna have some of these. Yeah, that's what we have to talk about. But that's some of the things that was inside the classroom. As I said, tomorrow when Nana Chanel come, I want to go and get the copyright because I think it's the Duns number you have to call for. But the copyright, I don't know why the site is kicking me out, and it seems as if it's just doing that. I've been getting some emails also from some fraudulent people about my estate. I will remind you again, your trust is a private entity. Anybody a call you ask you about the trust, you have to make sure, let them know, say, this isn't a public trust. It's a private trust. I may already have someone over my trust. I am the living man over my trust. All right. So
Question, read the dons. You call a number, speak to someone, and that's it, or you have to do something online as well.
when
How
you
does
call, I think once they ask you certain questions, that's when they issue a number. But I was trying to confirm with Nana about um, that part of it.
Because I want to get that done and over with, that part of
Yeah,
it.
I want to. I want to get that over with also. So Nana has missed a couple of class because her mom was celebrating birthday. So I was just bearing with her.
Raskadas, do you know anyone within the government who has done all of this thing, everything that needs to be done, what we're embarking on together? Do you know of anyone who has got it all done already?
Not to the point where they have applied for the loan, but I
What
know people who have done
loan or
all
grant?
the grant, all of the above, and they're just waiting for us to finish up so they can come on board with the next level of it. Because my whole thing is I want us to actually apply for some of these grants. I am using my radio station as a front to get access to
Well, I know that the
grants.
government, that is soon a done deal. Probably by the end of this month, the government, we're actively working on that, on the grant, but like as a group for the government, but like for persons by themselves. You say you don't know of anybody doing that as yet.
No, I don't think we can do it personally. It has to be done collectively, and that is why
Okay.
the government. I know that there's things because I was talking to the emperor today and was telling me things and so forth. But I know that it's from a government point of view because even Nana was mentioning that up here while we're why we're opening the offices with the LLC is because we know that Uncle Sam is going to come knocking at some time.
Right.
And when they come, we have to have our ducks in place where when they try to flip us as a commercial company, we are a non-profit organization.
Yeah, working on that.
Yes. So that is something that I think we can look forward to. All right, before any other query, please. No, I want to run about 10 minutes of this right here before I go.
Colin Miller. I punctuate my name because it makes me a fact and not an adjective pronoun fiction. I'm here to introduce to you to a program to bring this planet out of its adverb world for 8,500 years into a correct sentence structure, communication syntax organization. Now, all 250 countries worldwide have been under this adverb guise by the Universal Postal Union in Bern, Switzerland, established in 1873, better known as the New World Order. As times are changing, education is expanding, this technology has been perfected, and the people of the world are tired of being raped through taxation, raped through misinformation, the subjective interpretation where privileged few are allowed to go free from committing crimes and others are slapped with serious fines, prison terms for absolutely nothing. I go into court on a regular basis if there's a court hearing to show that this technology is applicable in a courtroom, that the judges will run out of the courtroom in some instances because they realize what they've done is wrong and they don't want to be implemented in a criminal offense. Others have resigned their judgeships. Lawyers have quit the bar. We have documentation for this conduct to take place. We have thousands of successful wins around the world. When you go looking for case law on the correct sentence structure, communication syntax, you will not find anything. You have to be there. And you also have to be competent enough to understand what the correct sentence structure, communication syntax means in order for you to have the knowledge to win your lawsuit. The publication of the correct sentence structure lawsuit and how it will take down win a court case and disqualify a judge and attorney. The judges are responsible to do the right thing in every single case. The U.S. Attorney's Office comes back with the simple question, we're supposed to allow criminals, hardened criminals, to go free because we don't have the correct sentence structure. The response back is, why didn't you have the correct sentence structure to arrest these individuals, the correct sentence structure, laws, rules, regulations, codes, oaths of office, operations, so I don't have to do my job. My job is to correct the language that I know and can certify is wrong. So the syntax now is on the table. The people of the world are becoming more and more aware. We have a thing called the internet. The internet allows every nation to communicate with every other nation without any interference of any government or political organization to get the message to the people. Because the people want in the truth technology. They want correctness. They never went to war over a math problem. We're not going to give them a chance to go over the war over a contract. We will write the contracts, the treaties, the trust, the constitution, so that the people of the world all know where they stand. And if they know where they stand in a mathematical procedure of communications, written frontwards and backwards, so it's certified that no matter how they look at it, there's no subjective interpretation as to what it means or how it is said. We certify the 1 in 900 definitions of all words. And so with this level of accuracy, we are going to change this world. We are going to bring it together under one world order of correctness, just like mathematics. And we are going to continue writing constitutions and contracts, publishing them on the internet so that the world can see all at the same time what the rules and regulations are of the conduct of how organizations must operate, how governments must operate, and the freedom of the speech, freedom of the press, freedom of the travel, freedom of the grievance, the freedom of the voting. We're going to use prepositional phrases to certify that these things exist, and we're going to do it in the correct manner.
You go through 3 stages in life. Your first stage is you do not know what you do not know. No one was aware of syntax until you saw this program. Once you saw it, you were aware of what you did not know, which means you didn't know about the math interface on language. For that fact, for 8,500 years, the entire population of the planet Earth in 5,000 languages did not know about the math interface on syntax until 1988 when I broke the code. And then when you know what you know, you become a teacher and stand up here like I do and educate people. The math is syntax creates the facts on a mathematical level where when you write a sentence frontwards, it says the same thing when you write it backwards. People come to me with Bible passages because everyone wants to know who God is or wants to know what the Bible really says. 1/3 of all the words are missing from the Bible and the Quran and Buddhism and Hinduism and all the great religions in the world. 1/3 of all the words are missing. And so you can take whatever is written and then go out and put the correct prepositional phrases in now time. Remove the negative because you can't perform negative. Remove the illusion and create a fact. Now, a lawyer would write this like that. The bridge is over the river. And you were all taught when you were in 5th grade in school, never start a sentence with a prepositional phrase and never end a sentence with a prepositional phrase. Well, if you don't end a sentence with a prepositional phrase, you've got a dangling participle verb as an answer, which means your sentence is incomplete. When the government writes their instructions on most of their forms, they don't use adjectives. They only use adverb, verb, adverb, verb, adverb, verb throughout the entire sentence structure. We did not elect a president on November 2nd, 1999. The United States government said that 2/3 of all the states, 38 of the 50, had to recount all their ballots. Now, this was just an illusion to keep people watching the ballot counts while the 90 days runs. No law under the Treaty of Versailles, 1906, becomes legal in any federal government and anywhere on planet Earth for 90 days. Add 90 days to November 2nd, and you get February 2nd, 2000, at which time President Bush was appointed the next president of the United States of America. Corporation. The democracy of America is dead. It no longer exists. We are a corporation. International bankruptcy has been around for 6,500 years. That's 70 years as an international bankruptcy. It was established by the pharaohs in 4700 BC by the Masons. Pen by itself is a pronoun. If I say the pen, the is an adverb, which modifies the verb pen. Modification is change, change is motion, motion is action, action is verb. Okay, now if I say of pen, of was normally the preposition and the was the article. Separate. They both become adverbs. So now you have an adverb going to become a verb. Now if you use a prepositional phrase, for this pen, for my pen, for your pen, for his pen, for her pen, with his pen. See, every time I change the preposition or change the article, I change the ownership and I change the operation of the pen. If I change the operation of pen, I can do it 900 times. If I put 2 nouns together, I've got 81,000 variables. If I put 3 words together in a sentence, now I've got 7.2 million variables. I put the 4th word in, I got 640 million variables. I put 5 words in a sentence, I got 5.4 billion variables. And it goes on and on. So the government comes back and says, we can't do that. We don't have a computer that can break the code because the amount of terabytes of information just to write a single document with 300 words, so you'd have 900 to the 300 power. There's no computer in the world that has enough capacity to do that. My brain does it as fast as I can speak. I can syntax syntax and write and do the conversions. The human mind is really unique in its ability to use deductive reasoning and logic to create the correct sentence structure, communication, syntax. And with this level of accuracy, the government said that's impossible. What's the first rule of law? It's called knowledge. You don't have knowledge, you can't play in the sandbox. You can't participate. So you got to have the knowledge to understand what is being said. Dr. Masseuse has had 200 trials over the last 13 years. The case is currently running up a bill of $80 million. And I went in there and in 10 minutes, I syntaxed day number 1 lawsuit, 2 pages, 186 mistakes on it in syntax. Disqualifies day 1. What happens when you build a foundation on sand? It's going to collapse. If you commit a fraud on day number 1, the other 199 hearings are also fraud because they were predicated on day number 1. And the judge stands up and says, I don't have a pay scale high enough to deal with this. He says, you're not a barrister. You can't represent him. I says, yes, I am. You don't have a 6-year college degree to know what a barrister knows, but a barrister only knows how to read and write an adverb verb. And he's restricted to do that because they have a code. No law or fact shall be tried in court. That is their law. That is their oath. Every judge, barrister, lawyer, attorney, worldwide, all countries, all languages swear to this because for 8,500 years, language has been bastardized. It is adverb-verb illusion. So you've got an adverb that's a negative adverb, modifies the verb or as a conjunction. Fact becomes a verb. Shall is a pronoun. Be is an adverb, making try to be a past time verb. In is an adverb, modifies the verb court as a dangling participle. You've got a verb law, a verb fact, and a verb court. You can only have one jurisdiction in court. It's called the least common denominator. In a math problem, you must always acquire the least common denominator in order to solve the problem. Your least common denominator is 1. You got one jurisdiction under maritime law, one jurisdiction under maritime facts, and one jurisdiction under maritime court called verb, which is an illusion. In an illusion, 3 plus 3 equals all numbers in the universe except 6. You can't try 3 plus 3 equals 6. And act. A-C-T. All words that start with a vowel. A, E, I, O, and U are followed by 2 consonants means no contract. You're going to say, where do I find that rule? Look up every word in the dictionary. Get yourself a nice 8-inch thick Webster's Unabridged Dictionary and look up every word that starts with a vowel and 2 consonants. And all the synonyms that reflect that word, and you will find a no contract, a negative condition of state for every single word. ACT means no contract. This is a room. This room has 4 corners. This is a box. In this box, this is an enclosed area. Everything that happens in here has nothing to do with the rest of the world. All the information you learn here today is in a closed area for you people only. So this is a isolated scenario. In 4700 BC, Pharaoh said, so it is written, so it shall be done. There was a reason for that, because oral contracts cannot be seen or proven because of the argument, you got 2. So if you do, did you hear what I said, what I meant, what I said, when I said, what I meant, what I said? If you don't see it written, you can't prove it. When you write a contract, you go into court, you have a syntax document. You are filing a lawsuit with an accuracy of 1 to 900 for every word. Your correct sentence structure, communication, syntax, balance of the order of operations of cause and effect, a verb of thinking, a possessive of with, and an authorization of by the, gives you an order of operations for every sentence that follows the rules of the operations of a court. So every single sentence is its own independent court as you make an argument. We're not dealing with 150 to 1 variables in an oral conversation. So your paperwork is going to speak for you. Why do you think the government shut the government down in the United States 19 times? Because they got caught in a lie and they didn't know what to do with themselves. They had to go out and study. They have to come up to speed with this thing. Every court in the world has to do this. And when you take English through syntax, through this program, and you translate it to Spanish, Spanish to French, French to German, German to Russian, Russian to Indian, Indian to Chinese, Chinese to Japanese, and back to English, you don't lose any words. It's a math problem. Just because there's 5,000 different signs and symbols for things, it's a math problem. You can't change a math problem. That's the accuracy and the beauty of this technology. It's what you hear, not what's written. Did you hear what I said? What I meant, what I said, what I said, what I meant, what I said. I'm communicating to you. It isn't what's written here. I'm writing to show you how many ways I can write it to show you the variables. But when I speak it in one terminology, which one of the 150 variables up here that I just say to you? You don't know that. And because you don't know that, you're going to make a presumption, opinion, presumption, guess, perjury, a lie. How many different mistakes can you make? And that's only one word, or that's only 3 words. Try doing it with a lawsuit with 30,000 words on it. What do you think your variables are here? You're talking about terabyte to the terabyte power of variables. You can't get to a fact. If you can't have a fact, what are we doing? We're lying to each other. My technology brings us to a position of accuracy that cannot be argued. And the courtroom is a building. That is not the document on the piece of paper. When you write a lawsuit, the paper that you have, this is the court, folks. As a judge, I swear to support the Constitution of the United States. The United States means 2 or more people coming together in a closed area. Doesn't this have
this is inside of our classroom for those who are very much. I had to kick back and watch it. It's an hour and change, and we don't have an hour.
And the must be talking a language.
He is kicking it, boss. He is. We can't consume all of this new internet that's coming out, but it is there at our fingertips. And I take time to like just dive in it at night time and try to learn as much, because each time I think I've learned enough. I'm gonna learn nothing. This man
just keep expanding.
Oh, yeah. This man is telling us that the portal. Run that again.
But I say you have to meditate on that one, man.
Yes. Yes, he is telling us that the courthouse is built up on straight fiction. When you're going there, sir, then we'll lie to you to the core with some nice, elegant words that sound so sweet, but it's actually the wickedest thing you can ever think of. And
it's not only the court,
everywhere.
The world at large. That's why they call Satan the father of deception.
Yes. And what he's telling you is that you have 150 different spells to use these words. The vowels are a very important. The A, E, I, O, U. These put in the right context can free you, and it can also trap you. So I would advise us to watch some of this, brother. You're getting your quantum. Language is very, very important, because language set a precedence when you are interacting with crown agents and those people. It's very important for us to learn language and conquer language in the right sense. Any contribution? Any more contribution? Any concern as far as the class and what I know that we have just the copyright, and I know the after Davis is already up there, and the notification. I finished my notification and I want to send out my notification, because I said I have over 12 agencies that I have to send to. And these agencies are going to respond by not answering, but I will be doing it via registered mail. And as I said to someone today, we're actually trying to prevent something before it happened. But in the mishap that anything happened to us, I must answer Crystal. Remember, say me send this round here, so yo, Danny, remember me this send round this, and then we can help each other more. I am going through a predicament in St. Go ahead.
No, just reminding you about the postmaster thing. That's another one I would like to do.
Tomorrow I'll be celebrating my son's birthday and I
Earth
want to carry
strong.
myself.
Earth
Yeah,
strong.
Earth strong. So I will be having class. I'll be allowing Nana Chanel to do her thing while I'm actually having dinner because I have to bring him back home to go to school the next morning. So I'm kind of like a shuffle. So I'm going to take him out for 7. We have a reservation. And then after that, we bring him back home. But I want the class to go on, even though I may not be 100 with it. My phone is going to be up, but I may not be 100. But I need you all to make use of Nana Chanel time tomorrow. Make notes of the questions that you want to ask her and some of the things that you want to get accomplished. I'm not there fully, but I'm asking you please to do that. I don't know. We have some ignorant individual inside my class here, and they're on Facebook. And I let me ban this user because I really take illiterate people inside my classroom. But without any further ado, if there's no other question, this is where we're going to leave class for tonight. I apologize for Professor Strength absent, but there must be a reason why he is absent. Okay, so we shall have if there's nothing else until tomorrow when we leave. All right, my brothers and sisters.
We shall have
We
it.
shall have
We
it.
shall have it.
Sure.